So far as Jordan.
This father and son duo came from North Carolina to see tonight's game. Diego is a Warrior fan. Dad, not so much.
We're getting along so far because everything's going my way. Too big, too strong. We really need the crowd behind us. That's why I'm here, to give us that extra boost and get us over the hump. Take total control tonight.
We're coming back tonight. We're going to tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State, then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
So far as Jordan.
I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah, this is a major play. We do it big in a major way. Diego be having the pick of the day. Here we come, don't care if you ready. We them boys, the gold is heavy. Top picks like cheese, no shredded. Number one is where we headed. I'm a grizzly and bear like Desmond. I'm a Steeler, no saint, no reverend. Making plays is our profession. Do it big, it's now or never. I got game like I'm moving clever. We be reaching all different levels. Never breaking, we hitting the pedal. Right on time, we riding on schedule. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. I pick 'em like a pro, global trying ball, talking pick and roll. We gon' up the score, touchdown, this is not field goal. We the winning team, champions when you walk through the halls. You can place your bet with us, cause you know we gon' win them all. Yeah. Come join the winning team. Winner circle. Pick 'em pros.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
I'm C-Pain, Christopher Davis.
Who are we?
Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with a special episode of Who You Got. Father-son dynamic duo, C-Pain. We got Brianna joining us later. Episode 126. We actually were not going to be filming today, but since I won, Chris won, the Hall of Champions, Brianna won. We had to do a show, man. We had to do it,
So
it feels great. It feels great.
You wanted to have a show just to beat up on me.
Yep.
Yeah, basically. Yes,
oh no, this is revenge for the Lamar show, guys. I'm just letting y'all know because they was down,
That's kind of some aura, though. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of gained some aura.
Yes. Well, man, hey, happy to be here. This is the sports show that gets you talking. So, sports show that gets you talking. I'm happy to be here. We have a fire show for you today. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, of course, Super Bowl 59. We're going to talk about the Eagles, Saquon. We're going to talk about that defense. We're going to talk about the hangover of the Chiefs, halftime performance, the big NBA trades. We're going to talk about Super Bowl 60. Yes, way too early, but we have to talk about Super Bowl 60. We have a ton to get into. How you guys doing? How are you doing, Diego?
I got humbled a little bit because I don't know how to lose. So I've been humbled a little bit. It makes me a better picker. Sometimes when you lose, you win. This makes me a better picker going forward.
Okay. Well, I've never heard of sometimes when you lose, you win. Have you heard of that, Chris?
Sometimes you lose, you win. I mean, when Giannis said it a couple years ago, where it's just like, oh, it's just a game,
Okay.
I'm basically Giannis.
Basically Giannis.
Okay. That sounds like a loser statement to me. That's what that sounds like to me. We'll see. Oh man. Well, let's get right into it. Let's not delay, Diego. We got to get into this. So let's talk about last week. We had a phenomenal show at King's. Thank you all for coming out that was just a great show, man. You all represented. Brianna, it was great to have her. She'll be on with us in a minute. But thanks to Marquise Williams, former UNC quarterback, Tavares Jordan, Chuck Global, Justice Mitchell, everyone that came out and made that show special. We sold out. The food was great, rave reviews. And it looks like that's going to be the new normal as we go. We're going to expand and move on to that format starting in April. So March, it's probably going to be the last time you can see us for free in Kings. Starting in April, it looks like we're going to move to that format and be in the back. So that's going to be the new way that we're going to do it. So breaking news on that. But yeah, this is the mob squad here. I love this photo. Got us mean mugging. And again, it was so great. Bree made the trip down from Arizona, so that we had just a phenomenal time. So shout out to everyone that made that night special, as it was very special. So thank you very, very much. All right. Well, let's get into Philadelphia Eagles. Let's start off here. Well, they are the champs, so we're not going to start with the Chiefs. Okay, that's the fun part. So, Diego, we're not going to beat up on you yet. We're going to beat up on you in a minute. We're going to make you wait a little bit before we beat up on you. We're going to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles first. Saquon Barkley had an amazing season. He broke 2,000. Could have had the all-time rushing record. Was amazing in the divisional round. Was amazing in the conference championship. Super Bowl, not so much, but he did his job. He was the decoy, and the Eagles had a blowout win. But where does this season stack amongst the all-time greats here with running backs? What
I think this is definitely the best running back season ever. I mean, he had the 2,000 in the regular season. Could have got the record. That would have been the extra game, but still, even if he got it, that would have been a great accomplishment. And then went crazy in the playoffs and got the Super Bowl. Yeah, I just think if you combine regular season and playoffs together, that's definitely the greatest season of all time. Running back.
What do you say, C-Pain?
I agree, and I feel like the inevitability of a Saquon breakaway run this season felt like what Steph Curry back in 2016. Anytime there was a deep three, it was just like, oh, this is crazy. It's gonna shift the momentum, and it's gonna definitely lead this team to a win. And I do think that regardless of like how his Super Bowl performance may have been, that offensive, he got him there. He was the main engine, the main vehicle, and then there's a guy who showed up and might be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL, but he's still doubted. So we're gonna see. We'll talk about that too.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are young bucks, so you don't quite have the history that I have on this, but he had a nice season. Okay. But no, that was not the best running back season.
What was the best running back
season? Best running back season was Terrell Davis with the Denver Broncos.
Did he break any records?
Well, yes. So he had back-to-back Super Bowl winning seasons. Okay. The first year, homeboy ran for 157 yards and got 3 touchdowns in the Super Bowl. Okay.
Congrats, man. But that's one game. That's not the whole year.
That is true. Okay. But those playoffs, he got 468 yards through those playoffs. Then the following year, okay, which is the year.
Just 1 year.
Can I finish?
I bet.
The next year was the year that I will put up against Saquon. 98 season. Ran for 2,008 yards. Okay. Check. And in the Super Bowl, he ran for over 100 yards on 20-some carries. Okay. So still had the 2,000. And that year before, when he had the 157 yards and 3 touchdowns, he was a Super Bowl MVP, was the last running back to win Super Bowl MVP. So it was a beast. So I would have to put I'll go ahead. You can really pick either one. I'm going to go ahead and pick the 98 season when he rushed for over 100 and got ran for over 100 yards and then ran for over 2,000 yards that season and won back-to-back Super Bowls. I'm going to put Terrell Davis this season over Saquon Barkley.
All right. Well, this is a 1 year. Okay. It's great. Good for him that he won back-to-back. This is just a 1 year thing. Okay. So he played well in the Super Bowl. Congrats for him. Good job.
Yeah, and he still ran for over 2,000 yards.
He did, but Saquon could have got the record though, but he sat out the game.
Well, yeah, Saquon could have got the record with the 17th game.
Yeah, but Saquon had more regular season rushing yards.
His 16 games, he got over 2,000 yards. Saquon got over 2,000 yards his 16 games and got over 100 yards in the Super Bowl, and they were keying on him because he just came off of a 157-yard, 3-touchdown performance in the Super Bowl before and still got over 100 yards with them keying on him. Ooh. But that's okay, though. That's why we have the generations here. I get to school you. It's all right, you know.
You might have cooked.
Yeah, cooked a little bit. Cooked a little bit.
I don't know.
So, all right.
Done with old school, man.
All right, okay. Well, let's move on, man. Let's move on. We're going to continue with this topic of the Eagles. Let's move on to that defense. All right. So with the defense, we have Vic Fangio's D. They played phenomenal. They totally shut the Chiefs down. Nobody expected that. Okay. But where does this defense rank in the last, we'll say the last 10 years or so with Super Bowls? How would you stack this defense up?
I think it's definitely up there. Definitely, because I mean, the second half, I don't really count that because that was really garbage time.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you look at the first half, this is definitely up there with the Patriots' performance in 2018, how they shut down the high-powered Rams offense to only 3 points.
Yeah.
The Bucks shut down Mahomes and Kelsey. Super Bowl 55.
That was a good one. Yes.
And
Good.
I hate to say this last one, but the Broncos.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were going to say that
shut
one.
down Cam and the Panthers.
Yep.
I think that's up there with those.
Yep, that was a good one.
Definitely top 5 for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Definitely top 5. How about you, Chris?
I would say this performance and the Broncos' decimation of our Carolina Panthers. That was demoralizing. Like, I know that everybody is Chiefs fans were destitute after that, but nah, that Broncos game, because literally we saw Von Miller just completely take over and obliterate our team. And the whole season we'd seen our team put up 30 points or with no worry or no stress at all. And then just seeing our offense just not do anything. That was just terrible.
Yeah, that was rough, man, but great historical reference from both you guys. So I would say that was up there. Again, I was going to mention the 15 Broncos. You had the 18 Patriots, so you definitely mentioned those. You also have the Seahawks, the Legion of Boom, but that was right before. So there's not quite 10 years, so you can't count them, but they were so close. But I put that Legion of Doom defense over. But they weren't there. Then if you want to go totally historic, the 02 Bucks when they beat the Raiders, that was one of the best ones. The 2000 Ravens, that was amazing. That one. And then of course the 85 Bears. You know what I mean? The 85 Bears. And I think one of the Giants, I think it was 90. The 90 Giants was pretty good. So yeah, historically, those are some of the best of all time there. But we'll see what they do next year. Because they were good this year, but the offense, I feel like the offensive line was the dominant force of the Eagles. So they the really
Eagles,
led
their defense showed up at the right time.
Yeah.
And their DBs played really well. Lots of credit to those guys.
For sure. Okay. Well, we're going to stick with the Eagles. We've got one more Eagle topic, so we're going to stick with the Eagles right now. However, we are going to, hey, what's up, Johnny O? What's up, my man? We are going to bring on Brianna to talk about Jalen Hurts and if he is a top 5 quarterback. So we're all going to talk about this, but Brianna's got to come on in. What's up, Bree?
Hi.
Hey. How you doing? Hey, so now that we have Brianna, I think we could take a champion's pick. So this is a tradition on Pick'em Pros. We have a championship pick. So Chris, let's all smile for the cameras. And Diego, you could just me mug. We'll all cheese. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Look at there.
Yeah, nice. On this one, so
that's right. Championship pick. So put that in the books. Beautiful championship pick. Thank you, Bree, for that. All right. So, hey, before we go into this topic, though, I have to acknowledge you, being the sports correspondent. You've had some fire interviews here lately that are going to be coming out later. Do you want to name drop any of those just yet, or you want to hold off? What you think?
I think we should wait. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Sense to it.
Okay. All right. We're gonna build the suspense. So big time, folks. We've been talking.
Just know they're really good, guys.
Yes, really good. I love it. Okay. So let's get into Jalen Hurts. Diego, is he a top 5 quarterback?
I wouldn't say he's a top 5 quarterback just yet. I'd have him at 6. But ahead of him, I'd have Mahomes at 1, of course. Then number 2, I'd have Joe Burrow. I mean, he took that team with the no O-line to the Super Bowl and beat Mahomes in the AFC Championship game and all the great things he's done. Josh Allen, MVP at number 3. Lamar at number 4, and then Stafford. That's what I'd have ahead of Hurts.
Yeah, Stafford at 6. Oh, Stafford at 5. But you have Hurts at 6. So he doesn't make the top 5, but you have him right there at 6. Okay. All right. How about you, C-Pain?
Yeah, I have Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback. And to me, personally, I think that his argument is, if we're going by the modern NFL fan take of winning and winning mattering, because again, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are both talked about negatively because they haven't reached the Super Bowl, and you know me, I clown Josh Allen for losing better to Mahomes, and I also am very honest about Lamar, disappearing in the playoffs. But again, I think
we'll see next year. It's easy for you to say that now. We're gonna see next year. Go ahead.
We focus on Diego today. No, we ain't bringing that back. But anyway, I think that Jalen has proven. I mean, won 2 NFC championships in literally this year. Wins the Super Bowl in dominant fashion, wins Super Bowl MVP, on top of the fact that, like, even in the last Super Bowl, he possibly could have won Super Bowl MVP if he doesn't have that god-awful fumble. So I think that he's definitely proven that he is a top 5 quarterback in the league. I saw a crazy tweet that said 18 quarterbacks can do what he did with this team. And I'm like, well, tell them to do it. Please, just let's see 18 guys do what he did. I really want to see it because realistically, since Mahomes has been in the league and since Jalen Hurts is in the league, there's only been 4 dudes. So I don't think that. I think that's not a great take at all.
I think Bryce Young won a Super Bowl with that team. I think.
Of course, you think that.
Yeah, I like to see that list of 18 quarterbacks. I don't know if I disagree with that. I have to see.
Maybe you put Russell Wilson
there's only
in there.
16. Russell. All right, bro. All right. Cut it out. All right, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna start talking about Justin Fields soon, and then I'm just gonna have to leave the set because this is crazy.
Oh man. Okay. So what about you, Bree? Is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback?
See, that's where I'm like, I don't know, because there's so many other great quarterbacks that you guys didn't even mention, like Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre. There's so many, like, in all of time. There's way better picks than just right now. So now, in this moment, yes. But throughout history, I think no.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely agree with that without history. So now, you have them 5. Would you have them at 5? Because we got Mahomes, we've got
so many.
We've got Mahomes, we've got Josh Allen, we've got Joe Burrow, and we have Lamar Jackson. So those are the 4 that most are like, okay, those are ahead, which you can argue.
Right.
And then it's like, then most people have him at 5, which I think you actually, Chris, have him at 5, I believe, right there.
Yeah.
And then
I
Diego,
have him at 5, but you know, with winning and certain arguments, if y'all value winning, y'all could put him a little higher. But I'm gonna have him at 5 just because I don't want to get too crazy.
You got him at 5. Then Diego has him at 6 because Diego has Matt Stafford at 5, and then Hurts at 6. So would you? So I'm just gonna assume you have the same top 4. We're not gonna say what order, but do you have Jalen Hurts over Stafford?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sad to say, in my heart, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's so. Okay. So you and C-Pain have him at 5 over Stafford, and I'm gonna side with Diego. I'm gonna put Stafford at 5, but I'd put Hurts at 6. I put Hurts at 6. But this is the saying that I didn't coin, but might be doing something with it later. 2 things can be true. So I think he could be, you could list him at 5. I'm not mad at listing him at 5 over Stafford because of what he's done and the fact that he played so well in the Super Bowl last year. However, you could have Stafford as well. But you could say he's the 5th best quarterback, but I think you could also maybe say that there's 18 other quarterbacks that could have won the Super Bowl with the Eagles. We're going to have to bring that list up. I like that. I'm going to have to see that.
About it. Yeah.
All right. I'll let y'all think about it. Yeah. I will laugh at y'all because there's no way.
Okay. I'm going to make a list. We're going to make a list. We're going to make a list. Kyler Murray. You know? I think, yeah.
All right.
I think so. Yeah, that'll be fun to talk about. Okay. Well, let's move on to our next Chiefs topic here. All right. Well, our first Chiefs topic. Sorry, first Chiefs topic. We're going to talk about the blame game here. Let's get to some. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. See, we got Kelsey wore a suit. Has anybody heard from Kelsey?
I mean, he was on his show.
He showed up on his show.
On his own show.
He showed up on his own show. Okay. Because he showed up ready to party. He had the whole 70s look, had the whole suit there, you know, and like, you know, Cam Newton, I didn't get now, at least Cam Newton wore his party suit to the press conference afterwards. Now, he left a little early, but he had his party suit, he had his shiny shoes and everything there. So, you know, Kelsey, I'm going to assume he did not bring another outfit, and I'm going to assume he walked out with that, but I haven't seen any. Okay. However, anyway, I'm getting off topic. Who is more to blame for the Super Bowl loss? Is it Andy Reid or is it Patrick Mahomes? Diego, we're going to start with you.
If you say Reid or Mahomes, I'm gonna go with Mahomes because the reasons why they lost, you can't really point that to Reid. Reid really couldn't do anything about that. Honestly, Mahomes, he just needed to play better. I know the O-line wasn't really giving him much time, but still, Mahomes just needed to play better. Less turnovers, just finding open guys. He just didn't do that, and yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you say, C-Pain?
I believe it's Mahomes as well. And the weird thing is they never capitalize on the key momentum swings. Like when Jalen Hurts threw the interception, there was a 3-and-out. When they forced a punt, and you think, oh, it's 17. Even after the pick six, it's like, oh, it's 17-0. They're about to drive. He throws that pick to Zach Bond. And it's like the one thing with these Chiefs teams, especially that we've seen in the Mahomes era, is that they capitalize and then like they have momentum, and then that's when, you know, all the Chiefs magic starts to happen. And and you know, Brianna can also talk about the refs not even coming into assists. But I do think that it is definitely on Mahomes. Andy Reid, you know, I'm not saying that like the offensive players could have been more prepared because again, we didn't expect Philly's defensive line to, you know, turn into the monsters of the Midway. And like that was ridiculous. But I do think that, you know, Mahomes, that was his worst Super Bowl performance, at least with the Tampa Bay. It seemed like, you know, he was gonna like try his hardest to do it, but it seemed like by the third quarter he was dejected, and you know, it was kind of crazy to see.
Yeah. Okay. What do you say, Bree? Is it Andy Reid to blame, or do you agree with these guys that Mahomes is more to blame?
No, I definitely think it was Mahomes because at the end of the day, he's the franchise quarterback. If he's the franchise quarterback and he's that good, he should know how to deal with those situations. And there was no motivation from him. I feel like he was just out there to be out there. He didn't want to win, it looked like. So when I say it was Mahomes' fault, it's because it really is. Like, he did not try, I feel like. Like, I've seen him play so many games where he's done amazing. He runs it, he slides it, you know, and he just really didn't do much at the Super Bowl. So
yeah, and with the GOAT status being there on the line, you know, he definitely did not step up to the plate, and those who may have had him there have taken him back off because of that performance. So yeah, I would agree with all of you on that. Well, I would say if we had to pinpoint it to one person overall, and I see some folks have said that both are to blame, I would put it on Kelsey.
Yeah.
I think his regression has been real over the last several years, and in this game was totally exposed, and they really needed him to be one of the dominant tight ends in the league. And you know, respect to him for his career. Can't discredit his career, but I mean, he is 35 now, has a lot of miles, has slowed down, but they needed him to be at least what he was in that Houston game to have any shot at this, and they just didn't have
But to be fair to him, they have played like 60 games like in the past 3 seasons. So, you know, a lot of wear and tear, a lot of them being in the office. But again, like that whole offense, I mean, even DeAndre Hopkins with a couple of the drops, it just they never seem to like get on their same page until garbage time. So
yeah, for sure. Do you think it's kind of a bonus question? Do y'all think Kelsey retires? Diego?
Yeah, I think he's gonna retire because if he's already mentioning it, then I think that's gonna lead to him being done.
Yeah. What about you, C-Bang?
Watching the NFL mic'd up and seeing how long Mahomes and Kelsey were hugging, it looks like it might be it might be time for
long warm embrace.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Bree, what's your take?
It's hard to say, really. I mean, after that game, he didn't even really try. So maybe he was like, "Oh, this is my last game. I don't care." But you would think like he would want to like do good on his last game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he has one more season in him. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it will be hard to go out like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. So if I had to guess, bet, whatever, I would say that he retires, but it will be hard to go out on that note. That'll definitely be tough, especially the competitor that he is and all of that. So yeah. I'm just happy that we don't have to hear the Chiefs radio announcer, the guy that's like, you may not like the Chiefs, you may not, respect the, all this other stuff, but you're gonna have to deal with the Chiefs. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it, man. So annoying. Don't have to hear any of that. Yeah. Shout out to us, man.
That's us.
That's right. That's right. Do better next time, Diego.
Yeah,
do better.
I will.
We'll see.
The great ones never lose twice.
Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? We were saying this. That's right, Bree. We were saying this before. Now, Diego, you started off 3-0, but we think you're like an all-time great field goal kicker. Okay. Just like Mike Vanderjagt. Those of you that remember him from the Patriots. So all-time great. And then you missed that first really clutch field goal and everybody's surprised. And then they just nosedive from there and they're never the same. I think I'm kind of seeing some similarities with that. You might be Mike Vanderjagt. You might be Justin Tucker-esque. You might be, I'm seeing a little Tucker in you. Yeah, you might be a little bit of that. Might be a little bit of that, man. You're very AFC Northish. Yeah. Deshaun Watson. Might be. We'll see. Oh, gosh. All right. On that note, you got anything else, C-Pay?
Funny enough, we're gonna talk about a concert where a guy went A minor, so that's gonna be crazy.
Oh yeah, all right.
Great segue, guys. Great segue.
Great segue. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about the halftime show next. So we'll go into that. But Bree, we will bring you back as we give our Super Bowl 60 predictions. So we can't wait to get into that and hear that. Sneak peek. The logo happens to be the Carolina Panther colors. Yeah. It depends on what glasses you're wearing. We say, Bree, it's the Carolina Panther colors. Other people might say it's the Detroit Lion colors.
If you look at it with
depends on how you look
closely,
at it. Yeah,
it's Panther.
Yeah, so we'll get to that at the very end.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Bree.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go to the halftime show here. Let's get my slide here. Now, I got the basket here. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there, to my beautiful wife, my beautiful mother, all the ladies out there. Happy Valentine's Day. I have this basket behind me. All right. So, fellas, if you're behind, if you have not purchased your Valentine's gift, I don't know what's wrong with you. I've got the Valentine's bag here. If you're not able to get it in the stores, I'll hook you up. $100. Cash App, Venmo me, come by the studio and pick up your basket. You can take care of your lady and hopefully save you Valentine's Day. So I'm looking out for you, boy. So we're giving multiple services here on Pick 'em Pros. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's multiple services. Diego's still tripping on being compared to Justin Tucker. That's all right, man. Okay. All right. So let's get to the halftime show. All right. So Diego, man, did you love it or did you hate it?
I thought it was mid at best. I didn't really like it that much. Like, I just don't think Kendrick's that great of a performer, I just don't think he's that great of a performer.
Okay. All right. What about
still riding the Drake stuff?
Still on that for a while. It has been a while, and the crowd. We didn't really see the crowd. It came off more like a music video. So it came off like an amazing music video.
Yeah.
But as far as Super Bowl halftime performance, you know,
I heard.
it was different and unique, and a lot of people loved it. A lot of people hated it, so it has sparked a lot of controversy. C Payne, what's your take? Did you love it or did you hate it?
Well, I got the opposite take of Diego, man. I loved it. As a person who's been a fan of him for like 10 years, you kind of just seeing him reach this point has been crazy. But I think that like just kind of the performance itself, I feel like landed better for television, like as you said, than like as like a halftime show for the crowd. But again, there was certain moments that keyed in, and just kind of seeing the whole great American game idea kind of being like a thing, being like again a double entendre for football, and then just kind of how we currently are set up. It's kind of interesting. I think that even still, despite that, like he could have performed more songs from his catalog that I personally enjoyed, but some stuff from the newer album did still go off. And then Not Like Us was still a crazy moment. Seeing all these companies kind of repost the performance, I was like, oh, this is a little different. But it was a great show. Great memes, great things came from it. So I enjoyed it.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I get that. I get the people that loved it. There were a lot of hidden messages and all of that. It wasn't. I wanted to be more hype. Super Bowl. So I wanted to see more of that. The part that I got excited about was the last song when he had, turn your TV off.
Yes.
Turn the TV off. That I got hyped for that, but that was the very end.
True.
You know what I mean? So I wish he would have come out to that song. Yeah. I think that would have set a better tone for at least me being older and expecting that type of performance. But that's just me. But what would you say were the significant moments from the performance? We'll kind of give you the floor for this.
Main significant. Well, I'm gonna do 3 main significant moments. First, Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam. One that's a reference to Pimp a Butterfly, and like how Uncle Sam is kind of like guiding Kendrick through like, oh, this is like what you need to be to exist and be a successful rapper. Like you can't be too loud, too obnoxious, you can't be any of that. So you kind of gotta, fit and just try to play the game in order to win. Then you got Kendrick and when he was on the corner and it was the song Me at the Garden, and there was all the guys like with grills and dancing, doing like hyphy dances. With that's a reference to all of his friends that were lost, that had passed away. And there was 16 people, and in the song, in the first song, he talks about I lost 16 friends. So those were like representative of that. So I thought that was like a beautiful thing. And then the last part was kind of the performance of Not Like Us and kind of how he teased it throughout the whole performance. And I kind of was like, there's no way he's going to do it. And then like he did it. And I was just kind of like in shock and just kind of seeing like how much the crowd reacted to that song. That was very key. But again, I feel like because with Kendrick, like he wasn't performing like deep cuts from the catalog that a bunch of people knew. That was kind of a little difficult for people to get. But again, I enjoyed it. What's happening?
Oh, I'm sorry. I fell asleep. I'm sorry. Just like I did at the halftime show. My bad.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. No, it was good. Like I said, it was good. I get it. It just that's not the time where I really want to be.
Oh no,
deep,
I want to be hyped. Super Bowl, this is halftime.
Yeah. But
we already were having a snooze fest for like the whole game. Like let's have some thinking power here. Let's at least like have something to think about. Not the fact that the Eagles are getting taken to the wood. Not the Eagles. The Chiefs are getting taken to the woodshed. Let's actually enjoy it. Let's enjoy some motifs here. Let's enjoy great visuals.
So okay, bonus question here. How long does Kendrick continue with the just kind of riding the whole train of going at Drake? Was it game? Because he said game over. That was another message, with the game over at the end.
Yeah.
So was it truly game over, or is he going to continue to ride this to prominence even more?
I mean, the dude has won like 22 Grammys, and like a bunch of other awards. So I'm like, was he really riding the wave, or was he just doing what he's been talking about doing for like 12 years? I feel like with the whole beef, it was just a culmination of them kind of just jabbing at each other for the years, and so they finally threw the gloves down. And again, people like to act like Drake didn't milk the stuff with Meek Mill, like, and just had like a whole performance where he was like showing memes and like kind of dissing him on a big stage. And now that Kendrick's doing it, everybody's like, oh, it's too much now. And I was like, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Now, again, Drake did drop a project last night that I enjoyed. A bunch of people have said that, oh no, it's terrible. He needs to go back to stop dropping terrible music. I'm like, let's stop being disingenuous. That's the one hope. I hope that once this beef has died down, once everything's died down, we will just stop with disingenuousness. So
yeah. Okay. So what would you say? Where would you rank this with the top performances of? Oh no, you know what? Actually, let me go to the missed songs. What songs did he miss that he should have hit?
Easily, all right, should have. If we're going for a full American flag thing, you gotta do all right. Like that's just easily on the nose. Easily on the nose.
Okay.
I thought that should have been one. And again, it's one of his bigger songs that a bunch of people know. So why not do that one? Let's see. Me personally, I wanted Money Trees. Like that's my favorite Kendrick song of all time.
That is my favorite
like,
of all time.
I think that that performance, and if he brought out, because I thought the surprise guest would have been like Black Hippie and like, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock and Ab. So like I thought like they would have done like one of their songs together.
Right.
But because that didn't happen, I was like, oh, okay. But I think that Money Trees definitely would have set the crowd off, and it would have been a great performance. But all right, Money Trees were my two. That should have been
all right. Money Trees. What about you, Diego?
I like Mad City.
Ooh,
I really like that song.
That would have been great. That would have been great too.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Okay. All right. I would have now again. Hey, if it was gonna be message and mellow, and we're not worried about being hype, then I wish you would have done "Don't Kill My Vibe."
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a shout out to my dad. Shout out to Pop. That's one of his favorite songs. So, it's "Don't Kill My Vibe." He loves that song. So it's so funny because they didn't know, which again, a lot of people didn't know who Kendrick Lamar was. So and my mom was like, who is this entertainer that's performing tonight? Right? So explain. And my dad didn't know. And then we're like, oh wait, he's the one that did "Don't Kill My Vibe." He's like, oh, he did "Don't Kill My Vibe." And so he knew that. So anyway, yeah, man, funny. All right, cool. So where do you rank this with the performances of the last 15 years or so? We know you guys are still young pups, babies here. Where do you rank this?
Oh, I would say Beyonce Super Bowl in 2013. Like that's easily like my number one. And then the one at Super Bowl 50 with Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce as well. And then I also really like the Lady Gaga one back in like during 28-3. Sorry, Falcons fans, but that was great. Her jumping off the stadium with the whole thing. That was crazy.
Yes.
Definitely got
it. So Diego, we know how you feel about the performance, but what were some of the top Super Bowl performances? What would you say? Are there any that stand out to you? That
I like the LA one with Dr. Dre and Eminem and Snoop, all of them. I like that one.
Yeah, I love that one. That was definitely for me one of my favorites.
I think that's the favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites. If you're gonna go all time, of course, you got to go Michael Jack.
Oh, for sure.
Then just the fact that he spent 2 minutes just standing there still. So that's when you just totally made it. I would love to do that for one of our King shows.
Like sit there,
let the chant go for like 2 minutes before we say anything.
Yeah.
So we got to build our aura up a little more. And then we'll just
Mike Jack aura.
We got to get that Mike Jack aura for sure. The Prince, his performance, and then it rained. Like, come on, man, that was ridiculous. Man, what else? I'm forgetting. There's one that I'm forgetting. I know, but there's been some amazing performances. So all right, cool. Well, let us know what some of your top Super Bowl performances are. We'd love to know. Let us know what you think about this one. You love it or hate it. And if you have any questions, go ahead and put those in the comments, and we will hit those. So Bruno Mars. Oh, baby said Bruno. Yeah. Bruno Mars was great. Yeah, Bruno Mars. I forgot about that one. Forgot about that one. I actually, most people hated this one. I actually liked The Weeknd's.
Really?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, as a person who's like a very big fan of The Weeknd, there's certain songs where I was just like, yeah, they're not gonna allow him to play any of these. So it was like, it was cool. But again, if you like the more pop version of The Weeknd, not the guy who was crazy in Toronto, but
but there, there was that. I was the Justin Timberlake one. I heard a lot of people didn't like that. I thought that one was pretty good. So yeah, we've had.
I remember people hating the Maroon 5 one though.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So I know this is growing legs, but who do you think will be the performer next year, Diego? Anybody stands out to you for next year?
It's hard to predict who's going to be for next year.
Yeah.
I don't really have an idea anyone that comes on top of my head.
Nobody.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna just do a funny one. The funniest one would be Drake. Like,
that would be
at this point.
I would love that.
Might as well give it out.
You might as well.
Like,
yeah.
Let him get his lick back. You feel me? And him doing the whole big as the Super Bowl thing, and then Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl. That's kind of that would just kind of like just even the playing field and let's see if like Drake has his relevancy back. But he's still gonna be fine. I don't think again, crazy moment at the Super Bowl, but I don't think that's gonna stop what he's got going on.
Yeah. They should have Playboy Cardi up there.
There you
Super
go.
Bowl halftime show. You thought Kendrick was better. Let Cardi come on. Oh my goodness.
You get him hyped
man. Oh man. Now I tell you who was on the path. Travis Scott. Was on the path to be that as song. It might have been another 5 years or so, but especially since they're having more and more hip hop artists, he would have been. So it's a little different now. I doubt that happens, but he was on that path.
That was next year, but maybe sometime later.
I don't know. I don't know how big of an audience Travis.
I could see Snoop getting it by him doing like more of a solo thing. I could see Snoop getting it. I even saw something with the highest odds, and he had the highest odds to get it for next year, especially with all the big pumping him up for the Olympics and everything, and just and he's been everywhere. So I saw a lot with that. I see a comment, Megan Thee Stallion, Brandon B. I can see that at some point. I think it might still be a few years away, but if she continues to be as popular as she is, I can definitely see Megan. Yeah, that's a good one, Brandon. That's a very good one.
That won't be a boring halftime performance for sure.
That's a good one. But yeah, all the greats have done, especially our longtime greats have done it. Janet Jackson did it. Everybody did it. So yeah, a lot. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one. Let's go here. We got the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to go into the coaching curse of the Dallas Cowboys here. So the Cowboys, man, they seem to, their coordinators seem to go on to greatness. So it's amazing that they don't keep any of these guys and they don't go on to greatness for the Cowboys, but they seem to groom the next generation of coaches for everybody else. Sean Payton, Hall of Fame coach, or will be a Hall of Fame coach. He, was right under their organization, went on to the Saints. Kellen Moore just won a Super Bowl, was the offensive coordinator for them, is going on to the Cowboys. Dan Campbell, defensive coordinator. It took his team. Oh, sorry, Dan Quinn, same thing. Dan Quinn took his team to the conference championship. So they have a lot of coordinators, Diego. But what's your take on this, man? Why are the Cowboys sending all these coordinators to other teams to greatness?
All you got to do is just break free from the Cowboys, I guess, and just go on to greatness. But I don't know why. I guess I really don't know why. I guess the Cowboys, Jerry, just making them bad decisions. I guess. Yeah.
I mean, imagine having both of your coordinators like 2 years ago being big in an NFC championship. One won it.
Yes.
And then the other guy, and y'all haven't been since. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even born yet, and I'm about to turn 23. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
But I just think that
23?
Yeah, big 2-3.
I remember when I was 20.
Yeah, I will call it a Jordan year, unfortunately. That is a trend. So, yes, I will be conforming to the Michael Jordan thing one time, just that one time.
All right.
But I do think that Dallas, it's just, they pick the wrong people every time. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, Mike McCarthy, while great, like, there's so many players who talk so glowingly about Dan Quinn. I mean, Kellen Moore was running out of town because Dak just didn't like him. So I'm like, I don't know. I just hope that, Dallas eventually figures out something. I don't know. But you got to get you got to get the coaching and coordinator right so y'all can, get past whatever hump that y'all had since the 90s. Like, this is ridiculous at this point.
Yeah, they got to. Yeah, man, if Kellen Moore goes on to be like the next Sean Payton there in New Orleans, that will be hilarious. That would be a trip. So, and I don't know, I just have a funny feeling about it. I really think he's going to go on. So we know that McCarthy ran him out of town, but Dak had some great years under Kellen Moore, and Jerry had Kellen Moore pegged. That's why he kept him on that staff. And then McCarthy ran him out of town, but then he went to the Chargers, and only had like a year there. But now we see what the quarterback there is doing, and we see that he's definitely has some issues. So was that really Kellen Moore? And then we see what he did in Philly. Yeah. So I have a feeling he's going to go to the Saints and do well.
Well, not too well. We gotta win. We gotta get to a ball now. Come on, Kelly.
Panthers.
You can get out a little while. Come on.
Okay. The Panthers got a Super Bowl to go
Bryce
to.
Young.
All right. That's
got a Super Bowl to go to.
Bryce Young. Okay. All right. You hear that, Bree? That's right. Panthers. They're on their way. All right. Cool. Well, let's move on to the NBA. Talk a little NBA action, man. So, the power shift. We're going to stay here on the NBA for a while. We got a couple of topics. We're going to talk about AD with the Mavericks. We're going to talk about Luka and the Lakers, and we're going to talk about Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors. So, Diego, AD, we already talked about that trade overall, but AD right on cue, got hurt the first game. And then all the reports were, street clothes were, don't worry about it, minor injury. He'll be back next game. No problem. But
he'll be back next month.
Now it looks like it's going to be a month at best. So, what's your take on that? And are the Mavs done?
Sucks that AD went out so early, but I don't think the Mavs are done yet. Out championship contention, yes, because that's going to affect their seeding a little bit. But they have been playing well without him. They beat the Celtics. They beat the Warriors, the new look Warriors with Jimmy. They beat.
That was a big win.
They beat the Rockets, who are one of the top seeds. They've won some games, had some big wins, and I just think that they do have a good fitting team. They're good on defense, even without AD, and Kyrie can come in there, play well. So I don't think they're done quite yet.
Okay, all right. What's your take? Your take, Dallas hater.
I'm not a Dallas hater. Okay. I'm just saying, highway robbery. Listen, as a Lakers fan, I'm like, hey,
was it?
We noticed. Listen. Y'all have called that me a street clothes the entirety that I have been on this show.
The Jazz by 20.
And we beat them before, bro.
Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not worried.
Y'all did just get blown out by the Jazz.
Guys. But hey, Brody had a good game. Anyway,
career high 9 points. Yep.
Anyway, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm not, as a Lakers fan, I'm focused on the future. And again, Anthony Davis, even during that game, had a great first 3 quarters, and then the injury bug, it hit him. And but again, I think for our future, I'm more focused on that. Like, as you guys know, I don't think we're gonna win a championship this year. I think we could have a great playoff run. But championship is kind of very lofty for this Lakers team because, again, we have Alex Len and Jackson Hayes as our centers. And with our luck, we're going to play the Nuggets again. And, Jokic was already, killing AD. So what's going to happen when the way worse versions of him are going to be guarding him? So, we'll see how the season goes. But, I don't know if we're going to beat the Nuggets or OKC, so we'll see.
My only thing is, though, if it was such a highway robbery, if it was such a heist, why are they not winning the championship this year?
Yeah, exactly.
If it was
why are the
such
Mavs
a robbery,
better team with AD?
That's what I don't I can't understand. Why everybody says the Lakers move is more, that right now they might not be great, but for the future they will. And the Mavs are set to win right now, but it was supposed to be a robbery, and people couldn't believe the trade was taking place because it was the dumbest trade in the world. Yeah. I don't understand that. How do you execute the worst trade in the world, but before the injury, people think that you're a better team and might win the championship? I don't understand that.
Well, you get a
Yeah, I don't
better
get it.
defensive player. You let Kyrie, just be Kyrie. That would have helped them. But I feel like for the Lakers, it's all about figuring out the fit and like what pieces fit around LeBron and Luka. And I mean, Austin
Okay.
Reeves has been playing well. But again, I'm just waiting. We're 10-2 in our last few games. Again, that Jazz game was pitiful. I'm not going to discount that. But again,
Okay.
this All-Star break. Let's see
That
how
don't count.
everybody looks afterwards. But
You're doing the Diego math. That don't count.
I'm
Not
just,
gonna worry about
just
that.
saying it don't count. I'm just
Bronny
saying
James
like
played.
Okay.
so that's the key that we lost when Bronny plays. Okay,
Yeah,
all
Bronny's fault.
right. Just
Blame
remember
it
what
on
team you
Bronny.
picked to win the championship, bro. Let's just. But anyway, I think that we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
All right. So we're still on the Mavs here. So the Mavs are not done. The Mavs are still going to the I still have the Mavs winning the championship this year. I feel very strongly about the Mavs. This is only going to give Anthony Davis time to rest, and he's going to go into the playoffs just like he was that bubble year.
Yeah,
it's going to be just like the bubble. And so all they need is a 10th seed. And
well, as a
they're
Lakers
good.
fan who wanted the Lakers to hand the keys to AD after the bubble run, and we've seen how he's played these past 5 years. All right, yeah. Thumbs up. I hope for your sake. I hope for your sake. I hope.
Yeah. Well, but the thing, he's playing with an all-star now, so he's good.
Yeah.
Was that all-star not one of the greatest players of all time?
Yeah, but he's like 40 years old though.
Even before he was 40 and we went to a Western Conference Finals, we were still getting carried by LeBron because Anthony Davis decided every other game to suck. Like he decided to be like Hall of Famer. Now I'm terrible. Hall of Famer. I'm terrible. There literally was a day where it was just like good, bad. The whole Grizzlies series, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. You can track it. Like what are we doing here, man?
Well, now all we need him to do is play defense. We need him to play the 4 where he's comfortable. Play 4, play defense. Kyrie is going to take care of all that other stuff. We're good. We're good, man. We're good. Yep. The fans are going to come back around when they see this team and winning. And again, they even without him, without anybody, with about 5 people on the roster, they just beat Diego's Warriors and Hemi Jimmy.
Right.
So yes, it was that.
Is
that
really
show.
Necessary? That jab? Like, come on, man.
I've already had enough.
That should not
taking enough heat today.
You're gonna get this all night. Yep, we got about another 10 minutes here.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, let's move on here. Let's move to the Lakers and fully talk about them. All right. So Diego, how does Luka look in Lala?
It's weird. Still getting used to like seeing him in the jersey, but how he's played. I mean, he's been on a minutes restriction. He's only played about 23 minutes per game these last 2 because he's still hurt. That's why.
Oh, he's still hurt. Okay.
Definitely still hurt. So
okay.
So there's really no crazy thoughts. He's just been on a minutes restriction.
Okay.
And they did lose to Jazz. So
okay. They did lose to the Jazz.
Can't let that happen.
Yeah. But was it a road game?
It was.
Okay.
It's a tough place.
That's a tough place to have the altitude.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Yeah. So they don't play well in the altitude. Yeah, we know that. All right, man. How does Luka look in the purple and gold? C-Pain?
Okay. It is gonna take some getting used to just seeing him in the colors. Literally, while I was watching the game, I was like, "This is so cool." But again, he's still working himself back from the injury. Hopefully, the All-Star break we'll see him return back to his typical form. But even still, we'll just see. I'm just happy we got him. At this point, it's a big consolation prize. If Lamar ain't gonna get it, I'm gonna enjoy mine because I'm like, hey, you feel me? Hey, I'm just happy he's here. You feel me? We got somebody who I can enjoy watching. When my favorite player retires, we'll see.
So who should take over, Diego?
He should take over like the keys of the team.
Yeah,
I think Luka's gonna have to
this year.
Yeah, this year it's gonna be hard. So he's come back from the injury, but I think that's what they're gonna need to try and at least make a run.
Okay, all right. So Chris, this year, although you said there's no way they're winning anything this year, but who should take the keys?
I think that
for them to get out of the first round.
Luka should definitely take the keys. I think that for me, like LeBron has always just wanted to like kind of not be in as much of a dominant role because again he is 40 and again he just wants to like be able to like is let's just say like Luka goes out and scores 30 and LeBron just gives you 20, but then he gets like the 10 assists and all the rebounds and stuff. I think that'll function better for him. And also like in the minutes without LeBron and Luka, those are going to be key for our team to figure out those rotations.
Okay.
But yeah, I would just say, give Luka the keys, let him again, let's see what happens. Again, we have him, so I'm just going to be surprised with whatever else happens because already this is just shocking.
Okay. So how far do the Lakers go, Diego?
The Lakers, I think they lose first round.
Ooh.
I think I would predict.
Ooh.
That's what I would predict.
Man.
I would say their ceiling is losing in the second round.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Man. Okay, Chris.
I was at least saying like second round was like, I was agreeing with you with the ceiling being the second round, but like, dang, we don't even make it out the first.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Okay.
And LeBron on him.
Okay.
Well,
it's rough. Okay.
All
right.
I at least thought like losing to like one of the bigger seeds, like an OKC or something. I did not expect,
Yeah.
Maybe you guys slide to like the play in and then face OKC.
With Luka, all right, bro.
Yeah, with
we
Luka.
ain't gonna be where y'all currently are at. Come on, man.
He's probably gonna be on a minutes restriction the whole rest of the year because that calf hasn't been right the whole year.
We'll see. We'll see.
And you have to be careful with the calf.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. You
Well,
got to be careful with those calves.
We're going to stay at. Oh yeah, never mind. We better talk about that.
Yeah. We're gonna go to them next, man. So Jimmy, Diego, Jimmy Butler. So your Warriors started off well, then they hit the wall, were awful, fell even out of the play-in. I think they were like the 11th seed, and then they
passed up in the past.
Then Jimmy Butler acted a fool and made his way over to the Bay.
Yep.
So now is he the perfect fit for the Warriors right now?
And Jimmy is the perfect fit. We finally got a guy who can do it all, score mid-range in the paint. We got a paint beast.
Okay.
As a wing. He's big time, shows up in the big moments, can facilitate, play D, do all the stuff. And yeah, I just think, and we've been playing really well. 3-1 since we got him. Only lost to Dallas. But yeah, I think he's the perfect fit, and we will win a championship with him in the next 3 years.
Oh, okay. Next
win
3
one.
years. Next 3
That's
years.
That's the longest contract. Yeah, we'll win one.
You're gonna have to get some pieces, and I don't know how you're gonna get those pieces. But
not this year, but maybe next year.
All right. Y'all better tank. Something like that.
No, we do not need Cooper Flag. No.
Okay. All right. What do you say, Chris? Is he the perfect fit, and how far do the Warriors go?
I mean, he fits. They're still a playing team, so we're gonna see. I think that for now. All right. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that they, I want to see Steph, at least like try to make another run. But I think for them, it might be, if they get like a very young, inexperienced team, I would say that, Steph and Jimmy might be able to turn up and surprise somebody. So I would say, second round exit for them as well. If everything breaks right, though, with Jimmy fitting in and meshing and all the other players finally showing up for them. Because it can't just be the Jimmy and Steph show.
We can go toe for toe with the Lakers right now, I think. Right, head to head.
Go band for band.
Band for band. M for M.
All right, Central C. That's not happening. Anyway, that's not. I'm not even entertaining that one.
Jimmy versus Luka. LeBron versus Steph.
And who's been winning all those matchups with LeBron versus Steph more recently?
Who has 3 championships against LeBron?
All right, we're not even gonna start this debate. We know.
That's just a fact.
Who had a nuclear warhead next to him? Like that's the whole thing. You had for 2 of them, you had one of the greatest shooters of all time, and then
he beat him without KD though. He beat him without KD.
All right.
Well, I would say though, now I actually want to see the 2 teams play. Before, it was a snooze fest seeing the Lakers and the Warriors play, and it felt like the NBA was shoving that down our throats.
Yeah.
But now that they've got Jimmy Buckets and now that Luka's on the team, I actually want to see that game.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, so I look forward to seeing that. All right, final topic, and we're gonna bring Bree back on for this one. Okay, before we end with our Brandon Minute. Yes, Brandon's gonna close us out. He's been in the back managing the comments. Your favorite Brandon, and we're gonna have the Brandon Minute. But before we do that, let's talk about Super Bowl 60 and give our take on this. So, Bree, why don't you come on back and join us. Welcome, Bree.
Thank you.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Super Bowl 60. Dive into this right now. Diego was the one to call this out. That logo is in the Carolina Panthers.
Look at it. Like it's the same color. That's the exact same color.
I think you could say they're the Lions colors. I don't know if those are the Panther colors.
That's the exact color.
Yeah, it's definitely the Lions.
Yeah.
Hate to break it to you, but not too much.
Oh
no. Sorry. But we have the images that we've got Josh Allen, we've got Lamar, we've got Hurts. We don't even have the Chiefs on here on this graphic. But then we've got your boy.
Got Lamar.
We got your QB here, Bryce. QB1.
Yeah.
All right. Went from QB2 to QB1 this year.
Yep.
All right. So Diego, who you got in the Super Bowl, man? Who's facing off?
Yeah, I'm gonna go conservative. I'm not gonna put the Panthers in there, even though I was considering it.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the Bills in there. I think they're gonna finally get over the hump.
Ooh.
And I have them going against the Lions. I think they're gonna rest more in the regular season, get in healthy.
That's the Super Bowl we all wanted.
Yep, get them. They're gonna get healthy and get in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I think the Lions are gonna win it.
Oh, okay.
Next year is gonna be their year.
Okay. Detroit Lions. All right. Okay. Diego's on record with the Lions. Got the Bills, Lions. That would be phenomenal. Our show would be amazing for that. And you got the Lions. All right. What about you, C-Payne?
Okay. I have, you know what? Let me stick with my guy one last time.
Oh, see, couldn't do it. Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
We know
Listen, it's
Lamar for
hopium.
MVP.
It's hopium. No, not for MVP. Super Bowl MVP. Key words. Super Bowl MVP. And we'll have Lamar Jackson's name on it. The Ravens will break through. This year has to. Honestly, it has to be this year. Listen, guys. I don't know what I'd do if the Ravens don't win the Super Bowl next year. I'm so serious. It's getting sad at this point, but I do think, listen, they've taken their lumps at this point. Lamar's got to break through somehow, and I feel like next year, if he's on the true Peyton Manning arc to Tom Brady's Peyton Manning, Peyton started off 3-5, couldn't win the big one, was constantly doubted. We're on year 8 now, so year 8. Oh God, this is horrible.
8 years,
but we haven't won a Super Bowl in our franchise's history. We're talking about 8 years.
About the Panthers.
I'm talking about Lamar. Okay. I'm just hoping, man. It's a year 8. Let's see it.
So the Ravens.
I have the Ravens, the Lions,
and the Lions. Okay,
yes.
Ravens and the Lions. Okay, you both had Lions
in a close one.
In a close, but you've got Lamar winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, Ravens. All right. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people will be revisiting my post. That's on IG. That's gone viral. It will have a lot to say if the Ravens win it with Harbaugh.
So yeah, we might be cooked if that happens.
Yeah, for real. Okay, all right. So Bree, who you got?
So obviously.
Oh man, yes.
Just like the Lions. But the logo theory, all the colors. I mean, it's like a rainbow on there. It could be like the Titans, it could be the Lions, it could be the Bills, it could be the Panthers, but those aren't really likely as the Lions and the Bills, obviously. Sorry, Diego. So with that, definitely the Lions. And this actually might surprise a lot of people, what I'm going to say. When I look at the logo, I see pink, might be purple a little bit. I don't know. But I also, when I zoom into like a tree, I don't know why. I think it's just my brain predicting it by itself. I see a number 8 hidden in a tree. You know who's number 8? Lamar Jackson.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be if you zoom in on a tree, you can see like an 8, or I'm seeing things and I'm just projecting it. But I think it's going to be the Ravens and versus Lions, but I think the Lions are going to win that one.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So Bree and C-Pay, y'all have the same matchup, but different outcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't going to, I don't know. I just feel like that's what it's going to be. I don't think not the Lions. I don't think the Bills are going to be able to get over it for at least another 2 years, probably, which is really sad to say because I like the Bills, but at the end of the day, the Lions, they're going to get over their injuries. And I think that they're going to go out and they're going to play the Ravens, and the Lions are going to win.
Okay. Well, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Would love to see the Lions win. So Bree, you have the Lions. Diego, you have the Lions. So we'd love to see that. Oh man. So AFC, I would love to see the Bengals. Been on the Bengals for a while. Would love to see them get there, but they'd have to make a lot of defensive
Yeah.
moves. And I just don't think they can make enough defensive moves to get there. So I don't see that. Although I think Burrow is that guy. So I personally think Burrow's the best quarterback in the NFL, but that's a whole nother conversation. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Kansas City Chiefs. Get back to the Super Bowl, which I know none of us want to see it. I don't even want to see that.
I don't want to see it.
So I
I
hope I'm wrong
Right.
about that. And for the NFC, I'm gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think we're gonna have a rematch, and the ratings are gonna tank.
Oh,
And as far as winning it, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to repeat, and it's going to be the start of a dynasty. Just like Saquon said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. All right. So I'm gonna wear my, and then I will have 2 wins in a row. I have my Philly gear again. They are my hot ticket. Again, I beat all of y'all down in the championship game with the Eagles. I saw that one coming. And then of course the Super Bowl was easy money. And I'm just gonna keep riding that to this this hot streak that I'm on right now. I'm sizzling.
There
So
we
I'm
go.
gonna ride that.
I won.
One.
One, man.
all right. Let's see it, man.
All right, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we'll see.
Well, we have hit our time. Bree, we can't wait to announce some of these interviews that we have, but they have been fire, so y'all do not want to miss this. Bree, our correspondent, is making all types of connections behind the scenes, and soon the world will see all of these amazing interviews. So thank you for everything, Bree. And
Yeah,
we will
thank you
see
so much for having me.
All right, we'll see you soon. All right. Well, that is Bree. Okay, man. Well, we're gonna end with Brandon and Brandon's minute. So here, we got a clock here. We're gonna pull this off. This is the new feature. Man, we're always enhancing things here at Pick'em Pros. So we got our clock, man, and Brandon is gonna talk. I think he's gonna talk All-Star game, but when he comes on here, he's either gonna tell us something that I said amazing, or he's going to tell us something that Diego or Chris had wrong, or he's going to just bring something else in. So we're going to let him freestyle here. It is the Brandon Minute. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, everybody?
All right, man. So, hey, man, go ahead and fire away, man. It's the Brandon Minute. What you got for us?
Okay, so All-Star Weekend, pretty much like it's the biggest weekend of NBA season.
Yes.
It's a unique new format, by the way. Still got to get used to it, but I got to see how I play it out first before I can get like an actual thought process on it. So there's that. Then for is the whole Super Bowl thing, I am a conspiracy theorist. Like I do see a lot of like different colors, so it's like it could mean anything. It could mean like the Dolphins potentially. I don't know. Like
I would
it
love
could
to
be
see
the
that.
Niners because I see a bay in the back area, the Golden Gate Bridge. So it could mean a lot of things. I mean, obviously, after Lions and the Bills in the Super Bowl, I think we deserve 2 new teams in any sports. So that's my goal.
All right. I love it. All right, that's the clock, man. Well, no, thanks for keeping us right and yeah, man, keeping us on track. So thanks for managing the comments and appreciate all that you do, Brandon. So appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it too.
All right. Cool. All right, man. Well, yeah, we got Brandon's take. I'm looking forward to, well, maybe I'm not totally looking forward to the All-Star game, but we'll see. We'll at least see the 3-point.
It's something to watch on Sunday.
It'll be something. 3-point contest. I think is McClung is
oh yeah,
is he doing the dunk contest?
Yeah, no, they always bring him out. It's like, hey, bro, need you to get some views for us real quick because But that's the thing with the dunk contest. Every dunk you can think of has been done at this point. You can't really be unique anymore.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for checking us out. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. Again, we are the sports show that gets you talking. We will see you next week. We'll be back here in studio Friday on the 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. We will be announcing our next King show during March Madness will be our next King show. We will be releasing VIP seats for that. And just have a whole lot of stuff coming out that we can't wait to tell y'all about. And also the interviews with Brianna. So we're going to go ahead and sign on out of here. We will see y'all next time. Appreciate all the love and support. But until then, Pick 'em pros. We are out. Later.
Peace.